Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at a very cool team here, which I've never seen anywhere else, not even closest. We have here the Azumarill and we have the Shadow Poliwrath. The Shadow Poliwrath going to be our safe swap in this team, as we have another fighter in the back. And the cool thing about Shadow Poliwrath is that it doesn't run counter, which is usually not really the coolest thing, because counter is a good move. But we run the Mudshot here, and Mudshot is very cool, because it can just generate so much energy. It's like insane energy generation for this thing. And you can see here that this fighter can do something that other fighters can't do. And this is just the spamminess of the charge moves, just because of the insane amount of energy that you generate. And as you can see here, the Talonflame goes even for a Flame Shot, which is very nice for us because we resist this, we are a water type. And we can go for more Ice Punches, getting more shields, and having a very good time with our Poliwrath here. I went on an 11 game win streak with this Pokemon, which is kinda nice, to be honest. Definitely something I can recommend you, as this thing is our safe swap here. We have a lead that is good against Charm and also good against stuff like grass types usually. Then you have Poliwrath, which is your safe swap, which has Ice Punch, which is very good against grass types. Then you have something in the back with the Scrafty that can still take advantage with the fact that usually the answers for fighting types are gone with the Poliwrath swapping in, and as the Poliwrath is basically not a normal kind of fighter, it's a lot of times the situation that you can still kind of fight back with the Poliwrath against whatever comes in. For example, here we have a Trevenant that came into us, and we can still realign because we can still go for one Ice Punch here. And this Ice Punch going to be enough to KO this Trevenant. And now we see the Sableye came back in. They have to go for the charge move here. They go most likely for the foul play because we don't get to another move. But now we can align our Scrafty against this. They are in range for one foul play. We see the Medicham coming in, and we can realign. It is very good. This team just works so much. I don't know, it's crazy. I haven't seen anybody really use Poliwrath. I used Poliwrath before already several times in Great League, and I always had a lot of fun with this Pokemon. It actually has, I think, the name Azumarill Killer or something, because I had so many times where I just randomly destroyed Azumarill with this, what you wouldn't really expect, because you have Dynamic Punch and Ice Punch. Both are resisted by Azumarill. But also, I think we had one game here where I also destroyed an Azumarill. I'm not sure if it's in there, to be honest. But I played, I think I played an entire day with this team, and it was just so nice. I climbed 200 points with it. It was very cool. As we see Stunfisk coming in here, and I always enjoy when they try to put in Steel types against my lead here, because we can just take so much advantage with this, with the Scrafty here. We can just go ahead, farm all the way down, get a boost, and also get to a foul place, which is very nice, as we see the opponent now coming in with the Altaria again. And we can now go for one foul play, boost it, putting it at half health, putting it to range also where the Poliwrath even can do some stuff with the Ice Punch. We can take those Sky Attacks, and we can KO the opponent, hopefully here with our own Sky Attack, as they're actually going to shield this, which is fine for me. Here you have another one. Take that if you want, as we can get them very low, not KOing them. They can go for a charge move here, but I'm not going to shield. I'm pretty sure, unless it's a Charm user, I'm fine, and it's a Trevenant. And again, we of course have a worse matchup here, because we have a water type against a grass type, and we have a fighter against a ghost type. But Poliwrath doesn't really care. We have Ice Punch, we have such a fast move there. As we get more Ice Punches through, the opponent just lets the move go through, even though they're still at the shield, because they knew they wouldn't be able to win the race. As we see a horrible lead here with the Stunfisk. Oh, safe swap, Poliwrath comes in, and we see the next Trevenant. We can go ahead, go for more Ice Punches, and we're gonna be able to pressure at least shields here, which I really enjoy. And I think my opponent makes a really good play in general here. I think they play very well. I think they always throw on perfect alignment, because they know that they win CMP and they know exactly my counts. As you can see here, they play it perfectly fine. We can still get the final shield by my opponent. I'm totally fine with this. And I can get some energy advantage at least later on if they want to let this. Yeah, they're going to KO me here. I can get an energy advantage with my Skarmory now, which is not the best, because of course they have Stunfisk, but I have to hope that they're weak to me in the back as well, and they kinda are, they kinda not. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to win this. We have to go for one power punch first, of course. Now we're going to get hit by a sludge bomb, and now we still have to get a foul play off and hope that we somehow KO him. I'm not sure. We have to see. The foul play comes through. We're going to get them very low, and one more counter is enough to KO them, and now they are kinda locked here. They still go for a move. I should have went for the power punch here, to be honest. It's already an earthquake. That's going to be very close now. We can go for one sky attack now, but they actually throw already, which is not the best for me. And they need 2 more, and they actually get to the next one here as well. I want to throw again. Now I have to throw basically immediately, which gives them an extra mud shot. That's always not really the best. I hope that this is Brave Bird range. We have to see here. Let's see how much the Brave Bird gonna do. It is enough, and we win the game here against this hard counter lead, and also theoretically a hard counter save swap against us. We see our Froslass coming in. This is kind of awkward, to be honest, especially as yeah, I don't know, like I kind of want to have my Scrafty on this, but even then, it's the thing, like it feels like Froslass isn't really a ghost type, because usually the ghost answers don't really want to see Froslass really because of the insane damage of Avalanche. Avalanche is a Side Strike clone, which is kind of crazy because you know how strong Side Strike is on Mewtwo. It's a special move there, and like Avalanche is basically the same, but you get it for free. As we see here, Dynamic Punch coming through against the Stunfisk, bye-bye Stunfisk, and we see the opponent coming in with their Froslass again. As we go ahead, shield this move up, we see the Shadow Ball coming through. We're going to go for a move, but we see Peter here. I should have went for one earlier. It's another Shadow Ball. We're going to shield this up. We can go for another Dynamic Punch. It's resisted, but Poliwrath doesn't care. And look what we have in the back here. It's a Warrain. And the Warrain doesn't really enjoy like being in general in this matchup, as we also still have our Scrafty, which will have a very nice time here. Going to go for just power punches, going to try to farm him in the range where I can even go for the move with our Poliwrath. The Ice Punch should be actually nearly, that's definitely enough at this range already. We just have to hope that we're going to be able to get to 2 moves in time here before they can get to an Earthquake. If they go for Icicle Spear, it doesn't really matter. We go for one Ice Punch, we go for a Dynamic Punch now, and we go for the Zero Bubble, of course, because why not? And this will be able to KO my opponent. Good game to them. As we see the next opponent having the Warrior in the lead, we swap out immediately. Of course, we have Double Fighter in the back. We have the best answer with the Poliwrath in there, and they stay in. So I'm just going to go for my charge move, which would easily knock them out from this range. And they're going to shield this move. I have to shield as well. I have to respect the potential Earthquake while they bait me here. Good bait by them. As we see the Azumarill coming in. This is horrible, but we have the name Azumarill Killer, so let's see what we can do here. One Dynamic Punch comes through. Let's see how much the next one going to do. We see it going to do pretty decent damage, to be honest. Very nice damage there from the Dynamic Punch. As we see the Poliwrath, which we're going to go ahead and shield, and we're going to go ahead and catch this move. It's going to be a Poliwrath again, of course. Our phone overheats as always. I don't know what the issue with my phone, to be honest. It's always overheating, like no matter what. Can't really do anything about it, to be honest. It's since we have the update for Pokemon Go that you can use 60 FPS. But we can just Brave Bird this Warrain, completely annihilate this. We will see now my opponent coming into a Swampert, which cannot farm us down. They have to throw here. They're going to throw here. I don't even have a shield anymore. Like I just want to say I'm going to let this move go through, but I don't have a choice. But we can go back into our Scrafty now, and the Scrafty can take some Hydro Cannons. We can go for one foul play here, and we can swap most likely into my Poliwrath. No, they're going to their Azumarill. We go for one Ice Punch here real quick, KOing this Azumarill. We still have our Scrafty. They go for the charge move. Do we still survive this? It's a Hydro Cannon. We do still survive it with 1 HP in the Dream. We can go for the Ice Punch. It's coming down to the wire. Does it KO? It doesn't KO. Can Scrafty still finish it up? And Scrafty just barely wins there. Good game. Very close game there to my opponent. Very, very nice. As we see a Sableye again. Sableye, of course, pretty okay-ish matchup, kind of neutral. I think it always wins in the 2 and in the 1 shield scenario, but doesn't win like this. I'm not sure. It's very close though. Like it's kind of something that I don't like to play out in a long run, to be honest. But like this, it's fine as they bait me as they go into their Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz, of course, a flying type, something that you bait out with a fighter that swaps in, and good thing we have Ice Punch, because now this thing doesn't really like my Poliwrath that much at least, as we can go ahead, let this move go through, and I'm going to do a very interesting move now. As they get to another move, I'm going to shield this one. Main reason for this is, with this one shield, I'm going to get 2 shields back by my opponent, because they still have to basically stay in here and they're still going to try to shield this up, and I can get to 2 ice punches before they can get to their next move, and I'm actually going to be able to realign my Pokemon, which is even better, and I'm even going to be able to get to 1 move here, which is even better, and I'm even going to be able to go into my Skarmory, which is even better. Still not over though, like this game is definitely not over. We don't know yet if we can win this game or not, as we see the Ice Beam coming through, and it can be a little bit tricky. Yes, we see these Sky attacks coming in. We're gonna get the Azumarill lower. We see they still have a shield left. I hope that they're going to leave the shield for the... they don't leave the shield there, sadly. As we're going to get the Ice Beam on us, and also we're going to see now that we can go into our Scrafty. We have to kind of catch the move. Can we catch the move? We can catch the move here, and this is going to be a very, very good game, as we can go ahead, go for 2 foul plays basically, and we should be easily able to win this game here, and this is going to be it. We can go for 1 foul play here, and we can go for another foul play against the incoming Azumarill, and very good game to my opponent. That was pretty nice. We had so many catches there, they were all really, really important, to be honest. And we see a very decent lead here with the Medicham, but actually it's not always the best lead, because they can go for Power Punch, they can go for Ice Punch. It's actually very neutral, which you wouldn't really expect. You have a Flyer against, what's it called, a Flyer against the, yeah, a Flyer against the Fighting type. Cannot even talk anymore, as this usually is a good matchup, but not today. But what is a good matchup for me is this one here. We see the Noctowl coming in, and my opponent just decides to, I guess, lag, no. Fine for me, we can just go ahead, farm a little bit extra. They are now back there. I'm just gonna let this move go through, as we should be fine here. We can just farm down. I don't know, my opponent seems to be a little bit AFK. Don't know what happened there. We can go for 1 Brave Bird. Maybe they're gonna let this move go through. I'm not sure about it. As we see here, we can just farm all the way down. They just decided to let it go, and this is fine. Next up, we're going to see my opponent having an Obstagoon in the lead. Totally okay for me. We can go ahead and go into our Poliwrath, and we can see that the Skarmory comes through, as we can go ahead and go for 1 Dynamic Punch, getting this thing very, very low, and they don't really want to stay in here for too long. And the cool thing here as well, again, Poliwrath just basically threatens all those counters for fighting types. It's funny. We can go for 1 Ice Punch here, going to get a shield. We can go for 1 Dynamic Punch here, either get the shield or even win back switch advantage against the flying type. And we get the shield there, the final shield by my opponent, and they cannot really do anything with their energy here, because we have our own Skarmory. I always love to have my Skarmory against the opponent Skarmory if they are already low and have like a lot of energy, because their energy goes basically down the drain, which is always amazing here, as we're going to be able to farm them all the way down. And we see the Obstagoon coming in. We can go for the Brave Bird. You know what you have in the back. We have this Scrafty. We swap into this Scrafty, and we see a Nidoqueen coming in. And I think I kind of misplay this now. I should have went, I don't know, I should have went for the... No, it's actually the right move here. Should have let this move go through. Hopefully I do this. No, I don't let this move go through. I should have went for the Power Punch. Oh, I really threw the game here right now. Should have just let the first move go through. I could just farm it down with my Skarmory and would have been able to get to a move, I think. And like this, they throw the move here at least. That maybe saves us. If they would have farmed us down, I would have lost. But yeah, I have still my move here. I can just go for the Sky Attack. That should be enough to KO the opponent. We win the game as well. As we see the next opponent coming up. Rain against us, we swap immediately again, as always. As we see here, we can go into our Poliwrath, and we can go now for some nice Ice Punches. Those Ice Punches are very, very super effective here, as they do a lot of damage. We can go for another one here, and we just get to them so fast. We can shield up their moves if I want to. I would be able to get a shield, but I'm just fine with this scenario right now. I can just farm them down with our Skarmory. Getting some extra energy is always pretty decent. As we see here that they go for another move, which is going to be the Sky Attack only. They didn't have enough energy, and we see the Stunfisk swapping in now. We can go for the Power Punch down, and this means we see that they have 2 Pokemon, so we go Fire Fighting, as we're going to be able to just completely farm them all the way down. We get the Earthquake on them. We can go for more power punches, and we just don't throw any other move. We just go for straight power punch and we can just farm them all the way down. Look how much damage it does. It's insane, to be honest. We can just farm them all down. We can just go for another move. Do they want to let us go? They actually shield this up. One more counter and they're gone. And we can do more counters. It's insane. It feels like I'm playing Ultra League against a Great League level G-Fist where the damage is... It's insane. We see an Azumarill. That's very good for us because we really don't want to face this Pokemon with our backline there, as we have double fighter there, and of course we don't really want to deal with this. We see that we can go ahead, shield this move up. Hopefully it's a Hydro Pump. It is a Hydro Pump, so we shield the correct one. And we can go for one Sky Attack here. And I'm going to go for a very interesting play now. I know that they have Hydro Pump, so why not just try to swap exactly on them? Hydro Pump comes through. That was such a risky one. Imagine they went for Poliwrath or something like this. I would have been completely screwed here, but like this, I'm going to be able to catch the move. I'm going to be able to get out Cresselia, and Cresselia is one of those Pokemon that completely get hard-walled by our lead of the, what's called Skarmory. So we are totally fine here. We can just let this move go through. We can go into our Skarmory, we can farm up extra. And even if they're gonna swap out eventually or whatever, we still have our Scrafty in the back. So I am fine with this, but we're going to go ahead, go for our Sky Attack here. Let's see if they're going to let this move go through. They let this move go through. And we can go ahead and let their move go through. Let's see what they're going to go into now. We see them going into Azumarill. Okay. That's fine, we can just farm all the way down. We have nearly 2 moves. We see a Sableye coming in, and we can just farm them all the way down with our Scrafty later on. We can just go for 2 moves here. Do they want to shield this? They do not want to shield this. And I think I can just go straight Power Punch actually at this point. Have to see. Let's see, let's shield their move here. They bait me, it's fine. They're most likely going to shield my move now as well, right? Wrong. Oh, this looks a little bit dicey now, as we can only go for another Power Punch, but can we still survive one return? This is the main question. We're already pretty low from the Shadow Claw, but we are still going to be able to get this done, and we're going to be able to win this game. Going to the final one here, we see the next opponent having Swampert in the lead. Totally okay for us. We can stay in for a little bit, we can swap out later, maybe try to catch a Hydro Cannon on our Water type. We have to see here as we go ahead, go for one Sky Attack. I can try to catch the move here, didn't work out. It is fine though. We can just go ahead and try to get more fast moves through. And we see that they go for another charge move. We can go for more charge moves, but they actually go into their Ninetales. This is bad. This is really bad. And I think that's going to be it for this game, because this is actually the team that broke my streak. This was the team that broke my win streak here, which was Swampert and Double Charm. So there's not a lot that I can do here. I'm going to quit out after seeing this Grand Ball. So thanks for watching. See you next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.